Hello, my name is Tommy Flanagan, and I'm a member of Pathological Liars Anonymous. In fact, I'm the president of that organization. Yeah, that's who I am. I didn't always lie. No, I used to tell the truth. But then one day I told a lie and I got away with it. Yeah, told my parents I had a brother that they'd never met. They got mad at me for not telling them sooner. And they kicked me out of the house. Yeah, that's what happened. So then I drifted for a while, till I landed a job. Yeah, as a stockbroker in India. And I was about to make an investment in a cow, when all of a sudden a small Chinese man came up to me, and before I knew it, he was clipping my nails. Yeah, that's what he was doing. And I was about to pay him for a job well done, when out of the sky fell a herd of albino chickens. And they swooped down on us and gently sucked up all the air. And I blacked out. But when I came to, I was in the middle of the ocean on a surfboard, surfing. Good, too. Why, I was hanging a minimum of 5 at all times. And then, if you can believe, a miniature tidal wave came along, and I rode it all the way into shore, jumped off the board. Who do you think was there to greet me? Chinaman's wife. And she took my hand, and together we joined Pathological Liars Anonymous. So if you're out there listening, and you want to stop your habit of lying, just give us a call. Because we have meetings now every week at my house in Jamaica.
I'm not fizzled by what Donald Trump has to say. You know, her mother is an Indian, right? Her father is Jamaican. So she can't just turn black. She has it within her. This is Kamala Harris. And this is me. This is Donald. And I think that's Kamala.
The Bible tells us how good and pleasant it is when God's people live together in unity.
There's one Bible that President Trump has referred back to since he got it from this Jamaica Queens church in 1955. He had it with him?
He had it with him, showed me a copy.
And the president had it with him while he was sworn in as the nation's 45th president. Reverend Patrick Hugh O'Connor of this 350-year-old First Presbyterian Church says he heard all about this Bible that the president got while in Sunday school. The two met for the first time in person on Wednesday at Trump's office.
He shared how fundamental his time here at the church was.
Not only was the Reverend impressed that President Trump kept that Bible from this church for over 60 years, he was also happy to hear that someone from here made such an impact on him.
The Sunday school teacher, who is now 96 years old, who had helped to shape the beginning of his journey.
He even had a letter for her.
The note said simply to her, "Thank you very much for your support."
The Reverend describes his meeting with the president pleasant, the main purpose to pray with him as he takes on the most powerful role.
There's mixed feelings about Mr. Trump and some of the things that he has said. I think, personally, I'd like to hope that he would succeed.
Reverend O'Connor says he invited President Trump back to the church in the near future to show him just how different and diverse it is from the days he and his family sat up in this balcony. In the Jamaica section of Queens, Erin Logan, CBS 2 News.
Healthcare reform again, huh?
Well, this plan forces us to buy our insurance through these new mandatory government health alliances.
Run by tens of thousands of new bureaucrats.
Another billion-dollar bureaucracy.
The Clinton Health Security Plan.
Healthcare reform sounds like a great idea to me.
Well, I know, but some of these details sure scare the heck out of me.
Like what?
Well, like, for example, it It says here on page 3,764 that under the Clinton Health Security Plan, we could get sick.
That's terrible.
Well, I know. And look at this, it gets worse. On page 12,743, no, I've got that wrong. It's page 27,655. It says that eventually we are all going to die.
Under the Clinton health plan? You mean after Bill and Hillary put all those new bureaucrats and taxes on us, we're still all gonna die?
Even Leon Panetta.
Wow, that is scary. I've never been so frightened in all my life.
Me neither, Harry.
There's got to be a better way.
Paid for by the coalition to scare your pants off.
I almost croaked in the first debate of this election season when President Trump said nobody respected America anymore like they did when he was president. Wait. And with a straight face. Look, you got to give him. He's a good actor. With a straight face.
Got a name?
Trump.
That fits.
I bring you a message of great importance. Without my help and knowledge, every one of you will be dead.
Sheriff, how long are you going to put up with this?
What do you mean?
How long are you going to let this con man walk around town?
Be careful, son. I can sue you.
How about it, Sheriff? When are you going to put the lid on?
What for?
Well, stealing is stealing, whether you do it with a gun or a mouthful of mealy words.
I don't intend to sit here and be insulted, Sheriff. If your people don't want my help, I can go elsewhere.
Wait a minute, Mr. Trump. You don't talk for the rest of us.
Since the sheriff wouldn't stop Trump, Hobie had to find somebody who would. Sheriff Chet Farrow was the gun law in Talpa, and Judge Clement was the book law.
You hear about Trump?
Yes, sir. What are you going to do about him?
What do you want me to do?
Stop him.
From what?
From taking the town.
Can you prove that that's what he has in mind?
Well, it's obvious.
But can you prove it? In order to arrest him, the sheriff has to have a charge. And Trump hasn't given him a thing to go on.
Well, there's got to be some way to stop him.
Well, if there is, I don't know it. It's a funny thing.
Sir?
When we were kids, we were all afraid of the dark. And we grew up, and we weren't afraid anymore, but it's funny how a big lie can make us all kids again.
Hobie had checked the town. The people were ready to believe. Like sheep, they ran toward the slaughterhouse. And waiting for them was the high priest of fraud.
I am the only one. Trust me. I can build a wall around your homes that nothing will penetrate.
Former President Trump campaigning on the southern border, as you saw Pierre point out. And what Trump said today about getting intelligence briefings as the Republican nominee, which is routine. He says he doesn't need them. Here's Rachel Scott.
Tonight at the Arizona border, Donald Trump focusing on immigration, a key issue for him through all three of his presidential campaigns.
With your vote, we will seal the border, stop the invasion, and launch the largest deportation effort in American history.
It comes after former President Barack Obama reminded the nation that Trump sunk the tough bipartisan border security bill in Congress.
He killed a bipartisan immigration deal written in part by one of the most conservative Republicans in Congress that would have helped secure our southern border, because he thought trying to actually solve the problem would hurt his campaign.
Also today, a rare acknowledgement from Trump. For years, he has falsely insisted he won the 2020 election. But today, while discussing a chart on immigration, he seemed to admit he actually did not win.
This was the last week in office for me because of a horrible, horrible election where I got many millions more votes than I got the first time, but didn't quite make it, just a little bit short.
Trump did get more votes in 2020 than when he first ran in 2016, but Joe Biden got 7 million more.
I'm going to vote blue. Vote for who you want. This is a free dictatorship.
I'm not a doctor, but I play one on TV. If your child had a cough, she'd get just what the doctor orders.
You know what? I make a lot more money if I take this kid's tonsils out.
I'm not a doctor, but I play one on TV.
If there's a blue pill and a red pill, and the blue pill is half the price of the red pill and works just as well.
Now that Trump is officially the Republican nominee, he should be able to receive classified intelligence briefings. But in an interview with the Daily Mail, Trump now says he doesn't want them.
Well, I could if I wanted them, but I don't want them because, number one, I know what's happening. It's very easy to see what's happening.
Those briefings are intended to help presidential nominees prepare for national security challenges if they are elected. Trump says he's worried that information could be leaked.
They come in, they give you a briefing, and then 2 days later they leak it, and then they say you leaked it. So the only way to solve that problem is not to take it. I don't want it.
Understood.
I'll have plenty of them when I get in.
Why not pay half price?
I'm not a doctor, but I play one on TV.
Maybe you're better off not having the surgery, but taking the painkiller.
When a house is on fire, we don't ask about the homeowner's race or religion. We don't wonder who their partner is or how they voted. No, we just try to do the best we can to save them. And if the place happens to belong to a childless cat lady, well, we try to get that cat out too.
That's it. Shoot. Oh.
What do we do? How do we save ourselves?
You ask, how do you build that wall? You ask, and I'm here to tell you.
You're a liar, Trump. Aren't you going to stay for the fireworks?
Ignite the light and let it shine. Just on the night like the 4th of July.
You're doing really well now, but didn't you release a CD like almost 10 years ago?
Yeah, I mean, I released a gospel record when I was 15 because I grew up in, a household where all I ever did was listen to gospel music, and my parents are both traveling ministers, and so I kind of sang about, what was going on in my life at 15, and that's how I got introduced to the music industry. I swear I wanted to be like the Amy Grant of music, but it didn't work out, and so I sold my soul to the devil.
Oh, shut up, silly woman, said the reptile with a grin. You knew damn well I was a snake before you took me in.